All right. All right, I'm going to record this on Gemini, but yeah, super simple. Just wanted to get just a video with you, kind of going through what you shared with the community in the school post, and then just kind of understand like your journey up to joining the community, kind of what value you've gotten from it, and where you're at now. Hopefully, this will be an ongoing thing where we're having like another one of these calls a year from now. Right. And you pulled down, maybe $250,000 and we're talking about that. But before we get going here, Daniel, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you were doing before you joined the SuperSDR community.
Yeah, of course. So I've been an SDR for a little over 2 years now. So working at company to company, I think I worked at about 3 different companies. And before joining, I actually finally landed the AE role, which was always the goal for me. And then the company started to tank and I was let go. And so that's what prompted me to join the Super SDR community.
Okay, gotcha. And so you were an SDR for a few years, got the AE role, company went under, got laid off. What made you decide to get serious about looking into like contract sales development work, fractional SDR work, and then look for some help, for some training on it?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. I mean, it's always been a dream of mine to work for myself, have a business of my own. And when I got let go that same day, it was a Wednesday, I came across onto your information. I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. This is where I want to go. The revenue potential's there. And if you've been an SDR for a while, you know that you can do the work of a full-time SDR in half the time. So if you can bring on a few clients, each of them paying you what you would get as a full-time SDR, I was like, that's what I want to do. And so I was looking for training that gave me a clear-cut path to getting up and running as a contract SDR as quickly as possible. I gave myself a month, which was ambitious, but with the training and the community, it worked out in a month's time frame. I had my first client.
Nice, man. That's awesome. And how did you come about my stuff in the Super SDR community? Do you remember in particular?
All I know is I reached out on LinkedIn, so it must have been one of your posts or something.
Our message was on the 9th of July, which I think was that same day.
It was the same day, yeah.
Yeah, the algo has a weird way of finding people at the right times. So laid off, decided to go full into it. You're like, hey, I want to invest in some training to try to help me get there faster. Is that really what you were hoping to accomplish by joining?
Yeah, I didn't have a doubt in my mind that I could do it and be successful. What I was looking for was a way to do it faster. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really glad I did join the community. Ended up being a great fit. It would have taken me at least 400 hours to implement everything that the training goes over. And I was able to do it in 100 hours. And I tracked it all.
That's crazy. It's actually really good that you tracked it. And you've been an awesome member of the community because like you've shared stuff, you've shared content, you've shared resources. Like I was just talking with Patrick before this, and he even referenced like Daniel's pricing sheet was like one of the most valuable things he got from the community, right? So it's like when you guys start sharing stuff, that's when a lot of value starts to be created because everyone starts to learn from each other. Let's talk about what people probably care more about, which are like the results that you've achieved since joining, and really just the results you've achieved since like really diving headfirst into doing the fractional SDR thing full time.
Yeah, so it's been a wild ride. It hasn't even been 2 months yet, and I'm already pretty much at client capacity, which to be fair, I wasn't pricing myself where I should because I just needed money in the door as quickly as possible. So that being said, in the month of August, I'll have brought in about $16K upfront. And then in monthly recurring revenue months following, I'll be at 14,000. I am going to drop one of my clients.
And why are you dropping them? Just too difficult to fulfill for them, or what's the problem?
Yeah, it's very challenging to fulfill for, and just I don't see the growth there. And then I have 2 other potential clients who would pay me about 3 times what they'll pay. So if I hit that, there's a clear path from here on out. I won't be pricing myself under because I have more work than I can handle. It's a clear path to 20K a month. Without a doubt, by I would say December, there's no doubt in my mind I'll have hit that number.
I have no doubt that you'll get there either, just because you've been so diligent with like at least the goals that we've talked about. Like it's rare when people actually like do the things they say they're going to do. and everything we've talked about that you've said you're going to do, you've gone out and done. So I'm super excited to see that. What do you think has been the biggest impact of the program, either on your skills or your mindset? Where have you gotten the biggest impact?
Yeah, I mean, time savings, I cannot I cannot say it enough. I mean, if you can save 300 hours doing this on your own, I
Yeah,
don't know what you calculate your hourly worth to be, but I'm like, I am saving tens of thousands of dollars here.
yeah,
So without a doubt, I mean, that's months of work I
yeah,
saved in that. And then the other aspect of it is just the confidence and the know-how how to move forward.
yeah,
The biggest thing for me is, what do I need to do to bring on clients? What does the structure look like? And that's
yeah,
exactly what I got in the community. It's play-by-play playbooks for exactly what to implement, and how to get up and running. And that's why I say it would have taken me 4 times longer, because you give the tools, you give the resources, you give the training, so I don't have to spend all that time researching, jumping in demos to figure out what's the best tool and software out there. You give everything
yeah,
that I needed to get up and running. And so with that, I had the confidence to move forward, to start pitching people $5,000, $7,000 months. Without that, I would have been lowballing myself way more. Not
yeah,
to mention your pricing strategy. That is key.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that kind of brings me to my next question, which is obviously like we've got a lot of time savings. We've got the structure of the program sort of laid out for you, so there's not a lot of guesswork. And then obviously there's like some unique methods in there that I show you as well, right? To make sure you're pricing based on controllable outcomes, make sure you're collecting money, getting paid for your work. Describe your experience a bit more inside the program. Are there any other parts of the training or community that you think or feel gave you a lot of value?
I mean, the community itself is incredible. I mean, from I think day 2 or 3, I was on live calls with Patrick, who you
Yeah,
mentioned. You're very active in there, if not the most active. You're always available, which I really
right.
appreciate.
Try to
Uh,
be.
but I have met 5 members of the community over the past couple of weeks, and they're all incredible. They're very
Yeah,
supportive. They're all looking to help each other, and I've learned a lot from them. I know they're using my resources. I'm using what they have. Each and every day, people are posting. It's very encouraging. It's motivating, and then having that community to talk to each and every day
yeah,
in the sales floor.
yeah.
That's really motivating for me as well. Just being able to connect with other people who are doing this. It would be a lonely journey without that. And so I really appreciate that aspect as well. Other guys who are out there grinding, improving themselves. It's not easy to find a community like that. And it's really hard to overstate the value of that.
You know, one of the things that I think has happened since, COVID and we're pushing more into this digital world is that like everyone wants to start their own thing and become an entrepreneur and but people really fail to realize like how lonely that journey is.
Yeah.
Like when it's just you every day and you've got no one telling you what to do or how to do it, and you've got no one to talk to or bounce ideas off of or stay accountable to, it gets really easy to drift. It gets really easy to procrastinate. It gets really easy to not hold yourself accountable. And so I'm glad that's been a valuable part of the community for you. How likely would you be to recommend someone to join the Super SDR community who wants to break into the contract SDR, fractional SDR world and sort of level up their outbound skills?
I mean, without a doubt, I would recommend it. For me, I know I have the potential to make way more money than I could at any other job, and it's on my own time. I mean, you make your hours, which is fantastic. So if you're someone who you've always wanted to do your own thing, you want to make more money, there's no doubt in my mind that this community can do exactly that for you. Because that's what it did for me. I mean, I was let go, and then a few weeks later, I'm up and running demos, pitching clients $5, $6, $7,000 contracts, which would have taken me months to figure out how to do. So, I mean, if someone wanted to do this, I would be like, you have to join this community because you're just missing out on so much. Like we talked about, the community, the resources, and just the pricing model. I cannot overstate enough. I was trying to do this on my own and I priced it all wrong.
Yeah.
Learning the pricing model from you, that in and of itself is worth the cost of the community and the program.
Love hearing that, brother. What could I do to improve the program, the community, make it even more valuable for folks?
That's a tough one. I mean, for me, you delivered on every single thing I was looking for. when we first talked, I told you very clearly I was looking for resources and tools to cut down on the time frame. You delivered on exactly that. I mean, it's the A to Z playbook, how to get up and running as a contract SDR. I can't think of anything because I'm running all the playbooks and the tools that you gave, and they're all fantastic. And the ones that I'm considering, you're giving feedback on, good and bad. And so I think you delivered on every promise that you had. And so I can't think of anything else I would add except for grow this community together, because it's just great seeing more and more people join this community, more and more people finding financial freedom through it, getting to build themselves and their businesses, which, I mean, for me, that's always been the goal. So I'm living the dream.
Me too, man. I was always like a burning desire in my heart since I was a kid. Like it didn't even matter what I was doing. And then eventually I was just like, holy crap, I'm trying to do this all backwards. Like if I want to be in a business and never go out of business, like the key is just to never run out of money. Like that's the key to always being in business, is to never run out of money. Yeah. And if you make a business out of the skill sets that you already have, you'll never not be in business, right? Because you can always go out and find another client. You can always reposition that skill set. And so anyway, brother, I appreciate you sharing. You've been a testament for anyone out there who's watching or who joins the community. When you come in, when you put in the work, like guys, I didn't even, like other folks, I've like really held their hand through the program and like showing them what to do. Like Daniel came in, just followed the instructions, did it, knocked it out of the park, and he's at capacity and well on his way to 20K a month as a fractional SDR. So thank you for being a light to everyone else and showing everyone else the path to take. And thank you for the feedback here. And we'll get back to dialing together, I suppose.
All right, we'll hit the phone. Smile and dial.
See you, brother. I'm gonna stop the recording here.